Hola familia, ¿cómo estáis? Os voy a traer en un solo vídeo el resumen de Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Disfrutarlo porque viene cargadito de información. Warzone, todo sobre el multijugador, todo sobre zombies y muchísimo más. Operadores, armas, de todo, dentro vídeo.
What was the last time I got in there? But ladies and gentlemen, we start things off with the man who was always going to break it. Shotzi, Anthony Cuevas Castro, multi-world champion, and an absolute demon on the sticks, Chris.
That's right, this man just won Worlds a few months ago, already gearing up for the new game. Just the potential of Omni movement, there's no better screen than this.
So the third kill we get to see him do, like, this is what you wanted to see. The man's going to be airborne most of the time. If he's not in the air, he's on his knees, slip sliding around.
The question is, how long before he gets fully streaked out? It's been, what, 60 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the UAV, counter UAV, and look, guys, it's a Black Ops game. You know what to look for when it comes to crazy weapons. We've got some awesome streaks being used here. Whatever direction he's going, he's diving.
Let's switch it up, taking it over to MZ, who seems to be on the losing end of some fights, but what we love at all ranges.
Every Call of Duty I've watched MZ play has just been a sniper fest. Now, she's sprinting already. Everyone wants to find that mega moment where you just get to fly through the air, hit that shot, forward, backwards, doesn't matter. This is Call of Duty.
A town that is back-to-back, making it 3 straight kills, starting to unlock those streaks, and this is just going to get even easier for her.
See some snips. Hit a stim. Can we dive? Come on. Get it.
Slam cam!
It counts. Oh, MZ, the people are watching.
I love the reach out, though. Mad respect. We got to take our screen. Team and then the greatest team in the history of the sport, Tim the 88 Lamb.
A man who will not any airborne snipes, but he's going to do something. Let's go.
Where gravity is actually going to be on his side. No spoilers yet, but this stuff gets exciting.
A true professor of the School of Flopper on your screen, folks. He's got a tough lobby. I mean, let's face it, Legion's on his team, Kane Brown's on his team as well. I wonder if he's got any pros to help him out.
I love that. Kane Brown. Top 6, he hosted Tim the Tapman's tailgate party. Awesome to see him there. And Tim gonna fall once again on performance. And now it's Jay Smooth's turn here from the Nuke Squad.
I mean, I wonder if anyone's running the intelligent movement system here, where again you could do things. Really just allows players to feel a little bit more fluid on the map, not have to use as many button inputs. This is something you can toggle on and off as well. So don't worry, folks. For those of you who are like, that sounds OP. It's not a problem.
Once again, and he is trying to get the angle, taking the corner a little too tight there. 0.73 KD, take me off his
older players here in DC, and he's having himself a decent time so far. We had questions, Chris. I mean, are the old guys going to be able to hang in this game? And
he said he's a little bit busy with Black Ops 6 dropping here this weekend for the beta, but I can't wait to see the old guard return. And you know Hutch is fired up to try it out.
I mean, we've seen some slides already, and you can see how fluid the game is. I mean, one of the things we've been talking about constantly with the creators who feel like a Black Ops game.
It feels so good just moving around the map. It's natural. My first thing I did was dive on my back, though, and I thought it was so dope that you where your head's going to be.
Chris Bucket, supine, prone, fired and kills. Hutch on the right-hand side.
I'm really good at it.
Chris and I,
should we do another lap?
Oh, we can do another lap. I don't want to do too many laps because it's going to get hot in here real quick. But ladies and gentlemen, this stage, an absolute delight. We've got creators all around us here. DC is absolutely out of control.
Who thought that we deserved to be in a museum today? Shout out to whoever put this one together.
Hi, baby. maps here. Closer look at some of the goodness coming soon. Here we go. We got Subsonic kicking us off. Brittany, take us through.
So this one, that was the Persian Gulf, and then this one's our red card map in a soccer stadium in Avalon, our Mediterranean-inspired region. Vault's also in the Persian Gulf. This one's a really fun one. I think you guys have seen in the trailer.
Possible competitive map.
Hopefully.
Probably.
Very, very clean, 3-lane. Love that.
And we're coming up on beta maps here, so let's take a look closer at beta maps.
So a ton of great maps in that. There's 8 beta maps that are just
8
awesome.
beta maps in total. Of course, we've got our 5 core 6v6
Yep.
and our 3 strike maps. Brittany, let's talk a little bit more about strike maps.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to see them in a little bit, of course, but
these are our extra small maps. If you know, face-off, gunfight, super popular in Cold War, so we wanted to make these part of our standard offering and really lean into the designs for these. And there's a lot of fun, controlled chaos. There's no score streaks.
Yeah, so there's, of course, no score streaks on the face-off maps.
Yeah, we want to let you live a little bit and get around.
Strike maps are some of my favorite. I like to just turn my brain off, run forward, and kill or be killed.
I mean, I think that's how I approach every match of Call of Duty, period. But yeah, I mean, we're calling that the strat, then let's go. But Matt and Neil, we also have intelligent movement in Black Ops 6. Now, this is sort of all part of a lot of the bigger movement changes we've made with Omni movement. Can you talk to us a little bit about what intelligent, how intelligent movement works for?
We know we're asking more and more of our players how many times we're asking them to click a button or a key, and we want players to be focused on what they want to do and not how to do it. So intelligent movement at a very high level will reduce how many times you have to click your stick to sprint or slide or do all that. So it'll be in your player settings. Check it out in the beta. It's broken up into 3 settings. Please, please, please check it out. It's going to make your game easier.
Yeah, further customization for how you want to traverse the world, which is super awesome. And like I said, Omni movement, we've been talking about it all day. We're seeing it all day around us. You're going to feel it for yourself in the beta this week, hopefully. But it's designed for players of all skill levels. And, if you're a little...
Yeah, it's from the beginning, we wanted to make sure everyone had those like awesome Black Ops moments, kind of that action hero. And some of this just allows it to be a little bit easier for different players, and also just really good players, and find their sweet spot of like, I don't want to click to sprint.
Training course in the beta on a new map, Protocol, which you'll get a sneak peek at. That's a launch map, but go check out the training course if you need to get your feet a little bit more wet.
Yeah, so check out the Omni Movement training course in beta. Sneak peek at the map of Protocol. And speaking of beta, you can tune into the Call of Duty podcast this week and get some neat tips and tricks. But let's take a look at the beta schedule here, kicking off August 30th. And if you want in on that Omni Movement training course, you'll of course need access to the beta. So pre-order Black Ops 6 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the Black Ops 6 multiplayer beta starting very soon. And don't forget to preload.
2 days.
Yeah, you can preload now. So what are you doing watching us? Go make sure you're preloading while you're getting into the show. I'm preloaded. And you can also earn, neat rewards. Your XP will count towards...
Absolutely. We wanted to make sure anyone that's playing the beta, they feel like they're still progressing in MW3 and those things. So it's just a huge level up.
Come play. Progress.
Come play. Let's do it. All right, we've had a sneak peek at some of our operators out there in gameplay, and people seem to particularly be digging Klaus. But can you talk to us a little bit more about building out these characters and the factions a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really starts with the story of Black Ops 6 and the single-player campaign. So on one side, we've got your rogue Black Ops agents. You're hunted on the run. You don't have Uncle Sam backing you. And then on the other side, you've got Crimson One. They do have the military machine backing them, and they're trying to chase down those rogue Black Ops agents.
And it's been a huge push for us just on fidelity of all those. Like you see with the maps, they're the best looking maps we've ever done, but that didn't stop with maps characters as well. So how can we make sure that these are truly Black Ops characters, but just the fidelity that we're pushing on the view model, everything in third person, all the animation stuff. Shout out to all the graphics engineers back at home, but like huge push there.
Yeah, it's been awesome. So make sure you're watching the streams. We're going to get a look at some more operators in action today. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of these badass Black Ops agents from the Vault Edition. These in particular, that's Adler.
Yeah,
this is actually an Adler skin, which is pretty dope. Do you have a
Joanna, you've got a favorite, don't you?
Yeah, this
you
is
sure
my
do.
favorite. This is Brutus from our fan favorite map, Mop of the Dead.
Yeah. You know we got to work some zombies in there,
Exactly.
right?
So
You know,
much zombies.
It's Treyarch. It's a Black Ops game. We need our zombies. There's Klaus.
Yep.
Like I said, Klaus I think has been a favorite at Next so far. We've heard a lot of Klaus hype in chat. But that's it for us at the desk. Treyarch team, thank you for joining us. We're going back.
There's a place just round the bend. A place by the name of Liberty Falls. 1991's fastest growing town in America. And it's plain to see why. It's a place of simple tastes. Neighbors help one another. Where church ain't just for Sundays. So if you're passing this way, be sure to stop on by. We're dying to welcome you.
Pre-order digitally and instantly unlock the Reflect 115 Camo Pack in Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone.
Welcome to the Pod Dormitory. Weapons testing. Mannequin assembly. The nuclear reactor. The house factory. Nuketown shipping. Well, howdy there, folks. It's your old pal, R.G. Adams, to welcome you to the one and only. ride to another nuke town built with care, grown up with flair.
You guys got a quick look at the Wunderwaffe. Wunderwaffe, which we have all been arguing about, which is the correct way. I think I'm siding with the internet. I'm saying
language.
But every map will have its own unique wonder weapon. We got a quick look at the Thrustodine, but let's go back and have another look here.
The Thrustodine.
AKA the jet gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that it's called the Thrustodine, but in its core, it's just a giant jet engine.
Yeah,
it's just gonna devour people.
Yeah. Model 23.
It truly makes you wonder what that first version looked like,
and we saw
the person who used it.
We saw in gameplay a little bit, but of course.
There's that blast attack. Right?
Oh yeah, the blast attack is real. We still have Old Faithful is there, so we got a quick look at the over.
Yeah,
there she is.
Good it looks
so cool.
Weapons team knocked it out of the park.
That reload animation is so sick.
So cool.
Yeah, the back spins, it rotates. You know, you can.
You can tell, like, just again, a lot of work was put into that. A lot of care was put into that.
Wonder weapon skin for it. You know, I'm gonna show it now, but
we saw a few skins for it as well. I think some people running around with it.
There's Pack-a-Punch for both of them in there now, right? Which is where the jet gun can Pack-a-Punch too, right?
Complete the main quest.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll see what it looks like.
See what that looks like. You know.
Now you really can't talk. Mentioning the iconic Wunderwaffe, aka the DG2, and for all those Call of Duty collectors out there, we actually have something pretty dope to show you. Check this out.
Oh,
bam!
There she is.
Boom. Now, not exactly. This is obviously a smaller version of it. A little half scale of it here of the Wunderwaffe DG2 replica that is now available for pre-order on the Call of Duty shop. And we saw Richtofen use the DG2 in the Liberty Falls cinematic and use it in a lot of creative ways as well. Might I add?
Reloading with a zombie's head.
Yeah, just. Cool thing to do, but of course this right here is going to be a perfect shelf companion for your ray gun collectible that released last year, and I want this, so I'm gonna take it.
Kevin said it best earlier, is like, be like Richtofen, keep it next to your bed. You never know what trouble is lurking.
You got like a camo with this too, right? So you also get something else on top of it. So guys, come on, get out there.
An actual camo you can use in game for buying the Wunderwaffe on the COD shop.
Yes.
Yeah, that is pretty darn cool. All right, folks. Well, with Black Ops 6 around the corner, now is the perfect time to grab this new addition to your Call of Duty collection. Of course, only available on shop.callofduty.com while supplies last. But that's not the only way to get your hands on one of these bad boys right here. Because Miles, tell us what you got for the people watching today. Let them know.
More Wunderwaffens?
Wunderwaffe, yes. You at home can have a chance to win one of 5 Black Ops 6 Zombies Wunderwaffe DG2s. All you have to do is go to X/Twitter and send a tweet with the hashtags #CODNEXT, #Black Ops 6, and #Wunderwaffe sweepstakes, and you'll be entered to win one of the 5 half-scale collectibles. Chris, das ist gut.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, and I'm a little bit lazier than you, so I'm just going to scan this QR code. That's going to help me pre-draft everything, and then I can just tag you and tell you how much better I am at Call of Duty Zombies.
Oh, Zombies. Hey, we got to 28, though. That was pretty rocking. How about you at home, folks? Are you ready to get into the Zombies action? Here in Call of Duty's Black Ops 6 Zombies. Absolute shenanigans here in DC. Save us, Golden Boy.
They're having way too much fun with that elevated camera.
That stage is so good.
Yeah,
I am obsessed with it.
All right. Well, look, guys, and I know there was a lot to talk about here. Briefly, I did want to touch on real fast because we had talked about directed mode real quick. But just wanted, I know you guys wanted to emphasize something real fast.
Want to call it, that is actually going to be happening after the launch. So we want to make sure we have that initial window for all of our dedicated audience to go solve that main quest the old-fashioned way.
Got it.
And the idea is, at the start of Season 1, directed mode will come out, and thereafter in seasons. to open it up for more people to experience.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You want people to, feel like, they can discover what they want to discover, but at the same time be able to introduce new players to the Zombies experience, because everyone should play Zombies.
Yeah,
it's freaking awesome.
At that point, too, you group up with your friends who might have done it already.
Yeah.
Bring them on, get your new friends involved.
Unique rewards.
Maybe join the hunt.
Yeah.
The next time around, once you got your feet wet.
So we saw this a little bit earlier in the show, but I am very excited to talk progression challenges coming to Zombies, which includes some incredibly mastery camos that you're seeing on screen now. Kevin.
Here's our time to shine. These zombie mastery camos are equally awesome as the MP. This one's Afterlife. Looks incredible, but I am really excited about Nebula. This thing, when you fire it, it actually kind of heats up in a way,
that looks cool.
And it just becomes more dynamic the longer you fire it, and it feels like you're like, I don't know, weaponizing the cosmos.
I like that. That is a phrase right there. Weaponizing the cosmos for its success.
Challenges also coming to Zombies, plus the camo track. The camo grind is almost here. I can taste it.
Yeah.
And Prestige shared across all modes.
Classic Prestige across every mode.
Just so many cool things to talk about here today. But look, if you're like me, I've been oohing and on at all the nice juicy camos that we've been seeing here today. And I mean, again, you have so much that you can lean on here. Make sure you guys are out there digitally pre-order Black Ops 6, or you can subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get the playable immediately in Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. And these look really cool. I mean, just the visual is just...
I already have these.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and play with them.
I don't doubt it. You have probably everything.
Yeah.
Your inventory is probably wild.
So another really cool thing coming to Black Ops 6, Zombies are evolving enemies.
Yeah.
Kevin first described this to me as zombie popcorn, which is really gross. But
Changes
Anthony,
popcorn forever for me.
Yeah, Anthony, tell us how these work.
Yeah, so basically we have what's the start of an evolutionary chain, vermin. And basically these things will pop out of zombies dynamically throughout an engagement. So all of a sudden a giant head pops off and turns into a spider and comes after you. And so you have to kind of change where you're aiming, to challenging. You have to look down, look up. So, yeah, it really just switches things up for you.
Because if there's one thing that we all needed, it's more ways for... It's just more creative ways.
Never
Evolutionary.
enough ways to die. Never enough ways to die.
If you think these are terrifying, there's more on the way.
Just wait till live
We
seasons.
got stuff for you.
Oh, man, it's just
man.
nasty.
There are more coming. And speaking of things to come, Treyarch team, we've obviously got 2 awesome maps at launch, but what can you tell us, what do you got in store for us and beyond that on the live seasons?
So what I could say is that the next map is going to be coming by the end of this year.
Oh,
and that is going to be
round-based zombies map.
Really setting the tone for how all in round-based we are this year.
Yeah, that's quite significant. I mean, that has to feel pretty good for you guys and the team to be able to deliver so much like this.
It feels amazing.
Yeah, I'm personally I think we're all just really stoked. Come with everything just helps kind of tell the story and just pair all the maps themselves pair with the story we're trying to tell. So yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
This is a mutant injection, is it not?
Indeed,
Yes,
it is.
it is.
Oh my word! You can see him go, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like his nod of approval.
He might be. I mean, he's all the way in 21, so Ink Slasher.
Where it gets hard yet.
Yeah, and I'm seeing, so there is like a time frame that you have for it, so I can't just go and live out my destructive fantasies. Oh man, that is so cool. It just looks absolutely devastating. That would be such a fun way to just clear massive waves of zombies.
Yep. You want to hold on to it for the right time when you really need
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh, we got ourselves.
There's a place just round the bend. A place by the name of Liberty Falls. 1991's fastest growing town in America. And it's plain to see why. It's a place of simple tastes. Neighbors help one another. Where church ain't just for Sundays. So if you're passing this way, be sure to stop on by. We're dying to welcome you.
Pre-order digitally and instantly unlock the Reflect 115 Camo Pack in Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone.
Hi, baby. I'm back.
Welcome to the Pod Dormitory. Weapons testing. Mannequin assembly. A nuclear reactor. The House Factory. Nuketown shipping. Well, howdy there, folks. It's your old pal, R.G. Adams, to welcome you to the Safety first. When in doubt, ask what would Archie do?
We have arrived at the birthplace of Nuketown.
Wow.
And here's your very first look at our overhead tack map of Area 99. Brittany, we're here.
Made it. Yes, we made it. You said it, Stephanie. Welcome to the birthplace of Nuketown. We have 10 POIs, each with their own gameplay flair and thematic connections to Nuketown. This is uniquely a Black Ops map with a ton of character. It is, we just cannot wait for players to get into this.
Yeah, and we actually have more POIs on the version of the TAC map that you're seeing here today. On the streamers TAC map, once they're in game, it's gonna look a little different, but you know what? This is where we're headed for launch. You're obviously going to see alpha gameplay of Area 99. We got live gameplay coming up on Area 99 in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a closer look at our points of interest. Brittany, take us away.
Yeah, so Area 99, you're parachuting in. What's the first thing you see? Our Nuketown house suspended mid-air. It is so awesome. Up here, you have a view of other Nuketown houses that have been swallowed up by the sands of time. Then we have our test site. This is where experimental weapons are tested. The observant player may recognize that we have a prototype Guardian in the space, which is a fun nod.
Lots of little treats there.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. That POI connects to our underground bunker space. So down here, the players are more self-contained, separated from the chaos on the surface. But I recommend grabbing a gas mask before going down there.
Okay.
Then we have our bunker space. This is our bullseye in the center of the map. It's also our tallest POI with multiple levels. But what's most important about this POI is actually that it is connected to every single other POI in the map through a network of trenches.
And it's got radioactive goo.
There's also radioactive goo.
You will take damage from. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah. We have our manufacturing POI. This is where the Nuketown houses. cameras being carried throughout the space. There may or may not be a sneaky zip line in here somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where it is.
You have to go.
Then we have our mannequin assembly space. This place is really fun. So, okay, the producing mannequins throughout the years, and now
not scary at all.
It's a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
Players get to run through massive piles of mannequins throughout.
As one does.
Don't get squashed by our mannequin smasher. And then we have our pods. This is where the fun, stacked, smaller engagements, and players here really need to listen for those footsteps of other players in order to hone in on their targets.
I mean, this just
wild.
Chaos.
I really hope we see one today in playtesting. Final circle on pods. You're going to have one of the wild.
thing that stands out to me just looking at that overhead map real fast is a lot of color. You know, a lot of visual color that's really going to stand out when you're like moving through the map. You really get to do POIs. I'm going into new environments.
Absolutely. That was super critical for us across just deconstructing Nuketown and bringing that color and fun in that sense back.
Yeah. Now, here's the other wild part that, you know, I genuinely just didn't even consider it being a thing, that there's a story around Nuketown. How did the creative come about for this? Because what an utterly fascinating